What's up guys, cup of tea for me here. Been meaning to start my car channel off a little while now. Loads of projects going on, so I thought we'll start with the first video today. Do something a little bit fun, a little bit easy. So I've just detailed the car, or just to move the camera around for you. I've just given it a decent clean and detail, nothing too major. The main plan today though is you may be able to notice that I've slightly smoked these rear lights, but I haven't got around to wet and drying them yet, so they've got a slightly cloudy effect to them at the moment. They're a little bit rough, so today we will be wet and drying them. So over here we've got some I think it's like a 7,000 grit. Probably put a little bit of soap in that water, just to make it a bit smoother, and then we've got some clear lacquer. So let's see how it turns out. Okay, so what I decided to do was I've just added a tiny bit of this Auto Bright Quick Shine, which is basically like a clay bar lubricant. So just a tiny bit in there. We're just going to get a little bit wet and dry here, and then we will pop over to the car. And it looks like I'm going to be doing this left-handed because I've got the camera in the wrong hand. Swap hands. So I'm just going to start up here. I'm just going to go very gently. Just taking off the rough feel that it's got from the spray can. Not putting much pressure on there at all, just enough so I can feel the kind of almost like burrs coming off. So yeah, that feels much smoother already, so we'll carry on with that, and then we'll check back in when it's done and time to lacquer. Hey guys, so we've wet and dried them, 7,000 grit. I'll be honest, at first I thought it might not have been enough, but the more that I've done it, excuse me, who said you could go in there? Anyway, the more that I've done it, it's definitely smoother. Obviously it actually looks pretty shiny now, but now that I've keyed it, we're definitely going to go for the lacquer. So I'll show you now next how we're going to remove these lights. Also, one thing I forgot to show at the beginning of the video, obviously when you're spraying them you're going to take them out anyway, I would have thought, but which is what I did. But if you are wet and drying them with the boot closed, obviously don't forget to do this bit as well. Okay, so first thing you're going to need is some sort of little terminal driver or a clip removal tool if you've got one, for 3 clips either side. Once you get under there, you're going to have pop these out, they're pretty easy. Then under there you're going to have 10mm, so just going to pop these off, and we will be into the rear light cluster then. Okay, so on to the next bit. One thing I forgot about was there are 3, I think it's 3 clips, maybe 2. I can't remember exactly where they all are, but I probably won't be able to do this on camera, but I just thought I'd show you guys. You want to be careful that you don't want to break any of these clips. Obviously the worst one I believe is under here, so highly recommend if you've got a clip removal tool to use one. I borrowed a friend's the other day which made this much easier, and I've completely forgotten about it, so I'm just going to go very gently. I don't really want to push a screwdriver under here and risk marking the light, so I'm just going to gently pull away and then I'll show you where the clips are. Okay, so we are away. So clips, this was the one that I was telling you about, so it pops in here. That's your worst one. The rest will tend to just pull away, so it's not too bad. Disconnecting this, so you'll notice on the back of the clip just here, it's a little push-in piece. Pull that away and then the light will be free. Okay, so there you have it. It's actually not too dirty in here because I did give it a clean last time I had them out to spray them. You may find that it's quite gunky in here, so this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to clean out, especially like under these bits. Look, surprising how dirty that gets because I cleaned that not long ago. So before we start lacquering, obviously we just want to make sure that there's absolutely no contaminants or anything like that on here, so clean her up and we'll get lacquering. Okay guys, so obviously before we spray, I mean it's up to you whether you want to bother masking it off or not. I did it just because I didn't want the black plastic. I mean it may have looked cool shiny, to be fair, if I'd lacquered that black plastic, but I'm just going to keep it to the lights, and just to cover obviously the components for the rear lights, just in case. I haven't gone too crazy with it. As you you can still see bits around here, but I've just covered off that top bit because I will probably lay it like that. So I'm going to spray it, which is how I did the other one, so I can come around at an angle and get this side. So we'll do the same with the other one, and we'll spray them at the same time. Been shaking this rattle can for a good 2 minutes now. So here we go, swap hands again. You start holding the camera in the other hand, I'll tell you. So the trick, which is what I've always done anyway, when I've been spraying other parts on other cars, is always start away, spray away, just in case you get any spatter, move across, stop, start spraying again, back across again. Okay, so you get a nice mist, and you're not going to be super close. You don't want to be, you know, here. You want to be, you know, kind of back here, so you're getting a nice spray. So let's have a look. So just fine mists, and that's literally it. And then we're going to leave it for 15 minutes, and then we're going to do the same again and just build it up. So we're looking good. This is 3 coats, and it's pretty much, well, it is completely dry. I've just given them a very quick, clean microfiber, just dust off any little particles that have come on. But I mean, I could go for a 4th coat, but they're looking pretty good, so I'll probably leave it at that. Let's get them back in the car. We do actually have one more job to do, which is while we've got the light clusters out, I'm going to swap out the bulb that is in here. Can I release it with one hand? Yeah. So obviously this is a standard bulb. I mean, it's looking okay. Probably doesn't need changing, but it seems that we smoked the rear lights a bit. I thought it would be better to have something a little bit brighter. So these look pretty mad actually. These are just an eBay job. I think they were like under a tenner. So yeah, this is what we are using to replace. They look pretty cool. I imagine they're going to be bright as you like. So we will obviously pop it into there. Just got a little retaining clip here, and on that side. So release those. I'll release the carriage bit. We can change the bulb and pop this one in. Okay, just in case any of you guys are struggling, just to show you again. So you've got this little, see the little nub there? You're just going to push that in, pull this bit out over the top, same for the other side, and then you can release this piece. It might be hard for me with one hand, but you can pull this piece off the bulb. I'll show you now. Or you can just completely snap it like I just did. Wouldn't recommend it.
Darkness imprisoning me, all that I see.
So yeah, I did snap mine in half, but I've managed to just push it back together for now, and it is held in there absolutely fine. So that's a replacement thing to add on the list. So just go careful, obviously, when you're prying these bits away. It came apart on the bulb fine, and obviously once I pulled it off the bulb, it pretty much just disintegrated. May have been that I was putting it with one hand and put too much pressure on it, so just go careful with that when you're changing those bulbs. So yeah, that is, do not look directly at it. It looks green on the camera, but I assure you it is completely white. Happy with that? Okay guys, so before we put this back together, one thing I forgot to mention when you're taking it off is you should have some washers. So you can see we've got a washer here, it's a clear kind of rubber gel washer, and this end one should have one which is still stuck to this one. And there should be one here which I appear to be missing, but I believe there should be one, because over here we do have one on this side. So just keep an eye out for your washers when you're taking it apart, guys. Keep them safe somewhere. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we've got these 2 clips. So we've got a point here and a point here, and obviously we've got that corner clip there and corner clip there. So we're going to try and just obviously put it on as evenly as we can. It's unlikely that we'll be able to do it very well on camera, but oh, there she goes. It's alright actually. And then we're just going to obviously make sure you've connected your light back in, which I've done. Give them a little push, pop, pop. There we go. I'm just going to pop these back in, caps back on, and we're good to go. But already it's looking really nice, I think. Part of me wanted to take that darker. I kind of wish that I'd smoked them a bit darker, but everybody that's seen them reckons it's about optimal for the colour of the car, so it'd be interesting to see what your guys' comments are. But I've still got the can, so you know, we can always black them out. So I decided to actually mount the camera so I can show you guys properly this time. So literally, obviously gently, it's a bit loose now, but just kind of hold it both sides, gently pull it off, giggity, and then there you go. Then we're just going to take the new bulb, which is in here. I'm just going to make sure that obviously these are flat because I had one that was sticking out a little bit. Just going to pop that just over there like that. Come back to this piece, look for this bit here, the little nubs. So these are going to line up. Now I don't know whether these are polar sensitive or not. I know if I was just lucky on the first go, which is why I turned the lights on to check, so we'll find out. Just going to pop that over and they should just click. Check that we're over yet. And that's it. So now what we do is we will just pop the camera here again. We'll just pop this in here. And then we'll just walk around, pop the lights on. Another cheeky little mod, by the way, if you do a D badge, keep your Z, stick it on the dash. Yeah, all good. So either I'm lucky twice in a row, or they're not polar sensitive. One last thing just to show you guys in case you want to do it at a later date before I put it back together. If you do ever want to change any of these bulbs in the bumper, then obviously this is your access point. Once you've got the rear light out, you can see you've got your bulbs behind these spider webs. There you go. You can see you can pull the indicator, etc. out there and replace them. Here we go then guys, moment of truth. On a wide angle lens at the moment, and it is very sunny out here, but they're still looking fairly dark, to be fair. Yeah, pretty happy with that. It's looking pretty tasty. Alright guys, so there you have it. That was the first Covers Cars, aka Cover Tea for Me video. I thought that I'll probably just try and keep these videos easy to start with. Short and sweet, probably about 10 minutes or so, and just try and keep them informative. But the whole reason for starting these videos is because myself and Darren, a good friend of mine who's got the garage that you all see me working in, we're working on our cars, multiple cars, pretty much every weekend, and we've been saying to ourselves, like, we should probably start filming this, and it's just never going to happen. So I know there's been no production quality in this video today, but I didn't really plan it, but I thought if we don't start making videos, it's never going to happen. So this is the first one. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously I'll start to bring the quality up and hopefully get some better gear, etc. as we move on, but anything you guys want to see, let me know. Just to give you a kind of an insight, we're working on the 350, which we're modding a lot. Darren is completely building a Manta from scratch, so rebuilding it, so we've been doing that. I've got an old Porsche 924S, so that we've also got to do some restoration stuff on. And then we've got a load of mates that've got cars, so yeah, lots to see, lots to do. So it's more about just sharing, you know, the passion with like-minded people and hoping that other people enjoy it and potentially give us some ideas for stuff we get stuck on, because there's lots of trials and tribulations, lots of blood, sweat and tears. It's nice sometimes to know that it's not only you that's having an issue with something. So yep, catch you guys soon. Cheers for watching.